Flosstube, welcome to my channel, Stitching by the Numbers. I'm Julie. It is Friday, August 14, and I'm coming to you from Spokane, Washington. You may recognize the name Spokane, Washington because it has probably been in your news lately. And I'm smiling just to be friendly. It's not that it was good news that Spokane was in your news. 2 weeks ago, August 1, an arsonist set fire outside Spokane in a wooded area. There were 40 to 50 mile an hour winds at the time, low humidity, and that's why he chose to start it. Then it would spread, and it spread, and it spread into a neighborhood, a suburb, not a suburb, a neighborhood in North Spokane, a couple of neighborhoods, and ultimately over the course of 4 or 5 hours, maybe more, it destroyed 500 to 700 homes. So Spokane's in the middle of a tragedy. We are all in community grief. We are dealing with this, and it's difficult. We were safe from the fire, although we could see it from our porch. I will insert a picture here so you can see what we were seeing that morning. We were surrounded by level 3 evacuation areas, which is the highest level, get out now. So we were packing in case we were asked to evacuate. We were not. We thankfully got to stay in our home. It was not near us, but they always do level 3 areas way far ahead of the fire. Excuse me, I have air in my eye and it's bothering me. So that was a hard day. There was no stitching that day. The community, of course, the city is rallying around these families. There have been so much support. If you read in the news and you hear about it and you feel led to help, number one, of course, the first thing you can do is pray if you're a praying person. That's always the best thing to do. If you would like to donate money and you want to reach out and you're not sure where, let me know. I can find you some worthwhile organizations. Or even families with GoFundMes that I know are legit and good, and you can donate to those. If you want to donate physical items, if you're close, there are areas taking physical items, and I can direct you to those. So there's ways to help, and that's usually in a tragedy like that, that always makes you feel better, because the rest of us are dealing with survivor's guilt. And that night or the next day I was loading my dishwasher, and we need a new dishwasher. It's on its last legs. And I was just thankful loading my broken dishwasher. Just very happy to be in my own home. So that's what's happened in Spokane, and it's going to take a long time. They did arrest the arsonist. He was almost seen doing it. There were witnesses. The police were able to arrest him the next day. He's admitted to the act. He's admitted to previous arsons where they had spoken to him, but he had never been arrested. And now his attorney is asking that he be evaluated to see if he is even competent to stand trial. So, and that's a process that takes, I don't know, a couple years, sometimes a couple years. So who knows? My gut, well, with that many homes, there will not be justice for anybody. There will only be support and encouragement, and people coming alongside each other and helping each other. And hopefully from this, new friendships formed, new communities will develop, and there will be good, beauty from ashes. There will be good things that come out of this, even though it's a terrible tragedy. So keep Spokane in your thoughts and prayers, and let me know if you want to help, and I'll see if I can find a way to connect you with an organization or someone you can help, and that would be wonderful. We would appreciate it very much in Spokane. We are very thankful for the people that are helping now. For the firefighters, they have worked tirelessly, and we live right on arterials toward the fire, and it was nonstop sirens for 3 hours. They just kept coming, and I said to my husband, where are they coming from? We don't have any emergency vehicles left. We can't after this much time. And, you know, they were coming from other counties. They were just sending them. So, and they've come from California, Oregon, California, other states sent to help. So it's been very, very good. Anyway, so that's what's been happening. And I didn't get much stitching done that day, but for the rest of the week, I'll show you my my monthly. I stitched every day since the fires over there on Saturday, and I've stitched every day, and you can see the names of what I've stitched on. So I've had a good month so far. It was smoky, didn't want to go outside, so it was good to be inside and stitching. So let's talk about what I have accomplished and what I've done. I have everything out here on display. I decided instead of piling it up in front of me, I might as well make a display out of it and you can see it before I talk about it. We'll try that and see what I think. I may hate that idea and not do it again, but you just never know. So FFOs, I'm going to show you an old, well, it's not, well, okay, an FFO. This is an old one and it needs to be re-FFO'd. I did it, I display and demo my cross stitch at the Spokane County Interstate Fair. And that's coming up again, September 19, I will be there. If you're in the area and want to come see me, I will be in the Home Arts building, September 19. Let me check that date, make sure that's the Saturday. Oh, September. I thought it was August. Hang on a minute. I'll get there. It's right around, yes, September 19, Saturday, September 19 in the Home Arts building from 1:30 to 4. If you're local, if you come to the fair, stop by and see me. This is an FFO that I did a couple years ago, or last year for the fair, and it's very poorly done. And I'm going to take it apart and redo this. I don't know if I laced it or if I just taped it real quick to put it on display, but I have some better board now, and I'm gonna fix this and make it look nicer. This is from Blackbird Design. It's called, I don't remember the name of it, and it's in the harp. I don't have the book in front of me. Oh, I didn't prepare that at all. It's a Blackbird Design, and these are, I did it with this is the 28 count Mystery Lugana from Picture This Plus. I think it's earthen, and it's Lugana. It's orange. It's a really weird color, but it's good for fall. And I used 2 overdyed flosses, and I don't know the name of them either. I'm sorry. I grabbed this at the last minute to put in this. I didn't even think of having it. These are my grandfather's initials, Ezra Seymour. He one of my memories of him, he and my grandmother always had a garden, a huge garden, and they grew all kinds of stuff. But one thing he grew were squash, Hubbard squash, great big Hubbard squash. And I just remember coming in the fall to their kitchen, and they would just have these huge gray, Hubbards are great, Hubbard squash sitting on the table. And they just, you know, Grandma would, did she can it? Or freeze it? I don't remember. But so these pumpkin gourds made me think of my grandfather. So that's 1/2 on 28 count Picture This Plus Lugana mystery color with threads that I probably have it written down somewhere, but on a pumpkin shape. So I need to refinish that because it's really wonky, and then I will display this on my table at the fair. I just get a whole table where I spread out like this. I spread out all my finishes, my FFOs, my FOs, my whips and patterns, and people stop and talk to me, and it's a lot of fun. For 2.5 hours I get to talk about, you know, it's like having a Flosstube but in real life. So anyway, that's an FFO that I wanted to share with you. I will put it here because I think there's, oh, the fabric's ripped. That's gonna get completely redone. There's things here. This FFO is another one. This is one I actually entered in the fair a couple years ago, and I did receive a blue ribbon. I'm very happy about that. This is Thanksgiving Comes Again from Blackbird, Prairie Schooler, and I stitched it 2/2 on 28 count lamb's wool Jobelin. And then I discovered I don't like Jobelan, but that was the called for and I had it, so I used it. And I think I used the called for colors. I may have switched some of them. I found this frame and I painted the frame and the mat, and then I just found some fabric and braid and ribbon, and I think that is a fake acorn that I found at Hobby Lobby and glued that in there. But I was very glad to get a blue ribbon on that. Entering an item in the fair is stressful because it has to be perfect. If you want a blue ribbon, it's got to be perfect. And I've gone back through and looked at entries that got red ribbons and then tried to figure out, well, why did they not get a blue? And then you have to look at it and say, oh, it wasn't framed square, or you just, and then you gotta be, it's gotta be good. So I was very pleased with my blue ribbon, but it takes a lot of time and I just don't have that kind of time right now to dedicate to getting one perfect. So I'm not gonna enter another one for a while unless I finish it in October for the next year. So Thanksgiving comes again. Prairie Schooler, it's really cute. I love it. Okay, it goes here so you can look at it a lot more. So those are 2 FFOs that I have, and those will be on display at the fair. I'm hoping to finish and maybe get this framed to have on display. This is Jane Eyre. This was a stitch along from a gal, and her Facebook group was called, you guys, I didn't think of that. I will have to put it in, look in the notes. I'll put it in the notes. And she had you read a book and then she designed a pattern, and I took her pattern and I made a few changes. I made it look more like a sampler, and I put the houses, added some more flowers, and I put my name there at the bottom. I added that alphabet to make it look like a sampler. These are mostly the called for colors. I added the purples, and it's 2/2. Again, lamb's wool Jobelan. It's the other half of this piece that I stitched, that piece of fabric there that I had. And yeah, don't like Jobelan. But I love Lugana, I just don't like Jobelan. Anyway, I think under the quote at the top, that space, it needs something. I haven't figured out what it needs, so it's just been sitting. So if you think what it needs, let me know. Maybe it just needs this border, and maybe I just need to put that border in there and that would look good. Maybe that would be easiest. Maybe that's what I'll do. So anyway, and then if I could get it quickly in a frame, because it's not going to be judged, it's just for display, that would be nice to have on display at my table at the fair. So Jane Eyre, I'll put the notes at the bottom. I don't know if it's still available, if she still has her Etsy going, or however she sold it. I'll let you know in the comments below. So those are some past old finishes and FFOs, and those are fun to get out and look at and say, oh yeah, I am doing things, I am finishing things. Because sometimes when you're just looking at your whips, you go, oh, I never finish anything. But actually I do, I finish stuff. I'm sorry, it's very warm in here today. The power went off in the night. We had a meteor. Washington State. There was a meteor shower. Of course, the meteor showers, the whole earth was, I don't know astronomy, I don't know all this star stuff, but the earth was going through that meteor field, and there was a huge meteorite that went through at like 12:50. Everyone was showing videos from their Ring cameras. It was huge. It lit up the sky when it hit the atmosphere, whoosh. But I don't know if it was connected, but our power went out for a while and our air conditioner shut off, and I didn't turn it on until a little bit ago. So it's gotten stuffy in here. It's still smoky outside, so you can't really open the windows. So I'm a little steamy. Sorry. That was probably more than you wanted to know. But yeah, look up the meteor. That was really amazing. People were like, the Gorge Amphitheater. It's a huge music venue. Couple hours west of here on I-90, and one gal commented that she was at the Gorge with 25,000 people, and they all collectively screamed because the Gorge is just there's no light pollution. It's just dark at 12:50, and it just went whoosh. Yeah, they all screamed. She said it was absolutely amazing. That would have been cool and terrifying at the same time. People were certain aliens were coming, so that's always fun, right? Aliens. let's move on to something serious, cross stitch. I have a note that says I'm supposed to talk slowly because I always talk too fast. So, and I get the whole problem with Flosstube and doing a video and you forget your words. And I said all kinds of wrong words last time, and I'm very embarrassed about that. I'm going to try to be better. So, those are FOs that I have done in the past. I have nothing FO'd recently. So now I'm going to go into WIP's new starts. First new start, let's do this. Fast Frisian. Are you doing the fast Frisian with Jacob? I'm doing the multicolored version in my own colors, but this is what it will look like. And he has an assignment daily. You get the whole pattern at once when you buy it. And then every day there's an assignment, about 140 stitches. And he has a 30-minute video on his YouTube channel for every single day that you're stitching, so you can listen to him while you stitch. Let me tell you, if you're not doing this, you should still go to his YouTube channel and listen to those videos. He is a wealth of information, and he talks about the samplers in his collection. He talks about other collections that he has. He took us on a bike ride through a park in his home where he lives, Rotterdam, I think. Gorgeous. So you get to travel to the Netherlands without it, without a passport. You get to see it. So cool, beautiful. And this is so fascinating. And now I'm falling in love with this Frisian sampler. We're doing this in August. It's a 30-day stitch along in August. For me, August has always been, until it became wildfire season, August was always bright sun, blue sky, green grass. And so I needed something cheery. So my fast Frisian, I picked this is the same piece of Lugana that I did the pumpkins on, the gourds, but I'm putting these bright colors on it. So this is 28 count mystery Lugana. I'm doing 2/2 so it pops. So they're really bright. And this is where I am. I just, instead of that dark purple that he used, I'm doing that bright blue. So it's kind of fun. It's a lot of fun to stitch. And I have found that 140 stitches a day is a lot. And he stitches it. He's got a little picture-in-picture, and he's down here stitching it while he's doing another video of talking about his samplers or taking you on a tour. And he gets the 140 stitches done in 30 minutes. I can't. Maybe it's because I'm doing 2/2 and it takes too long, or just because I'm listening to him and it's so fascinating. But it's so much fun, and I can't wait to get it done. And I haven't worked on it for a few days, so I need to sit down this weekend and I'm going to get caught up on this. So Fast Frisian, you can join along anytime. Modern Folk Embroidery, you can download the PDF, print it out, get caught up. I started in the middle. He started at the bottom corner. I started in the middle because I wasn't 100% certain I had enough margin. So this is so I am guaranteed to have at least a little bit. I think I will do a hem stitch on this just because I don't know how much margin I'm going to have. So that is a new start, and that's where I am. Fast Frisian, very fun. Oh, I forgot I had my board. Well, I'll come back to that. Okay, that was a new start. What is another, that was my new start. Did I have another new start? I do have another new start. Look, they're not in order. I also joined the new stitch along group, Blackbird Designs Academy, BBD Academy, SAL, stitch along. Or it might be Blackbird Designs Academy. It's run by Leah, Holly Jones, Mrs. Jones Stitches, and Leah Bloom, the Blooming Stitcher, are doing this stitch along, and it's a year long, and they have prompts for each month, and this month was alphabets, and you just pick a Blackbird design. And I am doing, maybe I should show you what it looks like, because I'm doing this, the patchwork one, and I have started with this piece here, my day complete. And I'm doing this one because it has an alphabet, and I love that. And I'm going to do them on different linens and stitch them all together because the instructions are in the book, and it's hand sewing. It didn't seem that hard. So that's what I will be doing. I pulled all my own overdyes, just, roughly matched them. Again, I cut my fabric. I added this so I could get it in my Q-snaps because it was too narrow. and it's upside down. So I started in the middle again because I had narrow margins, and this is 32 count Permin French lace linen, and it's very nice. It's a little stiff, but it's very nice, and it looks good. And I'm just doing 1/2 because that's so much easier with overdyed thread. If you have to do 2, you have to pull 2 strands and match it up and blah, blah, blah. So I just like to do 1 when I'm doing overdyes. It's so much easier. So that's where I am, and I'll put some more time in it. I'm not in a rush with this, and it's just a fun, this is easy, but this is stiff linen, but it's very nice. I find it very interesting, and I will show you my next piece that I worked on. The next one I worked on this month so far was Little Acorns from Modern Folk Embroidery, and I'll put a picture of what it will look like in here. And I just got that second frame done. That was easy counting, just do it. This is aubergine. The thread is aubergine from Pirate Robin, and I'm using all of her threads to do it. Is it Pirate Robin or Pirate and Robin? I can't tell. I've heard it said both ways, but I think it's Pirate Robin. I think that's how Janine talked about it at PNWS, Pacific Northwest Stitch Summit, when we were there. She called it Pirate Robin, but I don't know. Some people have said Pirate and Robin. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Anyway, this is 36 count maple bar, Cedar River linen, and aubergine, which is of course dark eggplant. Beautiful, beautiful, and just frames. That's all I did. Not much to look at. But here's what's so interesting. So this is Zweigart based, Cedar River linen, Zweigart based 40 count, this 36 count linen, overdyed. So it's rough feeling, but it's soft and pliable. This is Permin, so it's not overdyed, and it's stiff. It's stiffer than this, but it's also slippery. It's got, it's got that stuff on it that must wash off when they overdye it. It's really interesting how different they feel. I just find that fascinating, how that process changes the feel of the linen. I'm going to put this here. You get to look at all of them and my mess. And I'm going to put that there, and I've talked about them. Oh, and fast Frisian. I'm glad I brought my board. Not even using my board. Okay, now I put very few stitches. I'm not even taking it out. This is 15 friends from Cozy Egg Design. I'm doing this with 15 plus friends that we all got together, met each other at PNWS, and we're all doing it. We're in a group. We meet once a month, and we stitch on this and talk and visit. We've had the designer from Cozy Egg Design has been there, and then last time the owner of the original sampler was there, and we got to, in our group, and we got to talk to her. Super fun. And the original was stitched on, I think I've told you, 72 count linen. Can you imagine? This is 40 count. This is light hazelnut XU design. It's also absolutely gorgeous fabric. And I think what I did is I finished the Q and I started on the R. It's not much. This is, again, Pirate Robin floss in, it's a dark, dark blue. And what is it? The name of it escapes me. I don't remember. Sorry. Not very helpful. I'll put it down below. Anyway, I didn't take it out because it's a huge piece of fabric and I didn't want to deal with it. Okay, now, not more water. Okay. The next one I have on my list, and it's the last one on my pile, Emaline Purnell. Hands Across the Sea. This is an exclusive pattern to Acorns and Threads in Portland. When Nicola Parkman had this ready to go, or was reproducing this, and knew that Portland is the city of roses. I don't know how she and Janine connected, but this is that's why it's exclusive to Acorns and Threads, because Portland is the city of roses. So it's absolutely gorgeous, and I bought it, and I bought the pattern, and then I later kitted it up with some fabric, and I started it a little bit, then I put it away, and I thought, why am I not stitching on that? So here is my progress. I'm going to put a photo here of where I was when I started this a little bit ago, and here's where I've gotten. I've added roses. Those are Chinese roses on the border. And this is 36 count Brown Sugar from Fiber on a Whim. It is a grayish brown with green splotches, and it's really pretty with this. And I did the border, and that's all page 1 right there. There's some more, but I thought, well, I'm on page 1, I'll get out to the, and I had to, boy, it was hard to get out there to that rose in the middle to get it right. And I figured, oh, if I'm on, you know, it's not, it won't be bad if I'm off a few stitches of where that motif goes in the center. It's so big, who will notice? I can adjust the words. I am going to use the verse at the top, and I will use, I'm thinking, roses remind me of my paternal grandfather, and he grew roses, and those remind me of him. I might put his name on there in memory of, I'm not sure yet. So the words will be last, of course, and I may change them all up. I have no idea. But this is where I am. This is fabric actually that I bought for a different sampler, and then I didn't like. It wasn't at all what I thought it would be. When something's called brown sugar, I have that has a particular look in my mind. And this was gray brown with green splotches, and I'm sorry, that didn't look like brown sugar to me. It's gorgeous. I'm not saying it's ugly. I'm just saying it wasn't what I expected, and it wouldn't have worked for the pattern, the chart I had planned. So I put it aside, used different fabric for that one, and when this one came, I said, oh, this is perfect with the green. It goes with the roses and the leaves. It's beautiful. So this is a lot of fun to stitch. 32 count, sorry, I'm not telling you all the things. 1/2, I'm using a Nicholas DMC conversion, and it's good coverage. You know, up close you can see through it, but not too often you get up and look. The only people that look at it that close are the stitchers. But look at, oh, it just pops. And I'm not a red stitcher, but oh, that's so pretty. So this is my focus piece for the rest of August. I need 7 days on it. And I have how many so far? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I have 3 days so far. So I get 4 more days on this. So I hope to get a chunk. I might get some more border done and get some more of that center motif done. Work away on those roses. So pretty. And it's not a big pattern. This is almost halfway through the border. There's more border that's this much, and then like a flower. It isn't very big. So this could get done in like 3 months if I make it my focus piece every month. Very excited. Are you tired of looking at it? I'm not. Too bad. Okay, those are all the whips that I have been working on. Let's talk about haul, because that's always fun. You see in the back in the corner, I have a couple of haul items here. Let's go here. The frame, a little bit of gravity there. This is a frame I found at a thrift store last weekend for $5. This is wood. It has gorgeous detail on the corners. It's scratched, it's dinged. I don't even care. And it's got blue. Is that wax that they got in it? I don't know what that is. I haven't even tried to take it out. But it's so pretty and ornate and old. And I thought, well, I need to figure out what I'm stitching to put in this. I need to find in my stash, because we all have enough stash. I don't need to buy a new pattern. I just need to find one I have. So I dug through my patterns, and I'm gonna put this back here, and if it's edited, you'll know I dropped it again. But I shouldn't. It should be fine. There. Okay. So I dug through my patterns because that's a particular rectangle shape, and a lot of samplers are square. The older ones, the reproduction ones, they're square. I looked. But here, and you may have seen it on Instagram, Live on Little, Plum Street. This is, and I have a piece of, that's this piece here, 36 count tephra, Cedar River linen. I compared it to the Maple Bar, and tephra is not as yellow as Maple Bar. Maple Bar is a little yellower, golder, maybe not yellow, golder. This is a little browner, and it has some grayish blue splotches, which I thought would look, I don't even know how well you'll see them. There's so much, this is so much full coverage, but I thought it would look great with this and with that frame. So At 36 count, it's a tight fit. And I'm going to sit down with my husband and discuss, do I even start this on 36 or do I need to go to 40? So I may have to go to 40 count on that. But so I was super excited though that I had fabric and I have a plan for that frame. $5 frame. I was so excited. Now, so that's haul number one, is that frame. Haul number two, look at this cute little bag. We have a store in Washington, it's all over West Coast, called Winco, and they have some cute items. This was like $7. It's just plastic, and like hard plastic, and it looks like woven, and there's some braiding, and you know, it'd be great for yarn. You could put yarn in there and just pull it out, but it's also big enough I can put my Q-snapped projects in there. And they had them in this and pink and a dark gray. And I might go back and buy the pink and the dark gray and have 3 of them. Right? For $7, I can do that. Don't tell my husband. Don't tell my husband. But see, that goes, it's Winco. That goes on the grocery budget. It's perfectly legit to me. So I'm going to put this here. Sorry, I'm covering things up. So that's my haul. And some plans. Yes, that's the haul that I have. I'm looking around the table and that is my haul. It's good. It wasn't too much money, and it was, so $5 for the frame, $7 for the little purse, basket, whatever you call it. So I don't know, that's good. 12 bucks, $12 in haul, because it's gonna get worse. Hang on. I was able to sign up on, these are plans. Now I'm talking about plans. I'm not as organized as some people with their Flosstubes. I have a list. August 11 opened up the registration for Acorns and Threads Beach Stitch, which is in April of 27 at Cannon Beach. So I was Johnny on the spot that morning at 9, and I was able to get in and register for the beach stitch with a lot of my stitching friends from Pinwis. And I immediately, they have a hotel there. It's in a hotel, and you sit in an event room that has huge windows right looking at the ocean. And you just sit there and watch the ocean, but inside, which is my favorite way to be outdoors, is to be indoors looking at the outdoors. I know, that's sad, isn't it? It's my favorite way. Anyway, surrounded by stitching friends. But I looked at the hotel and I'm like, even with a discount, I can't afford to stay there. It's very nice. So I immediately had gone and looked at Airbnbs in Cannon Beach, and I had one ready to go. So the minute I knew I was registered for the beach retreat, I went to the Airbnb page and reserved my Airbnb. So I am in a little 1-bedroom cabin about 2 blocks from the venue, and so I can just walk. My husband may join me. He doesn't know yet. He's not sure. I said, what would you do? I'm going to be stitching with my friends all day. What would you? He goes, it's Cannon Beach. I'll just sit on the beach. Who cares? So yeah, he may go and just sit around, do nothing, which is fine. And so I did that. I booked the Airbnb. So see, there's now it's getting expensive. Why I spent $12. And then September, the weekend of September 12th. September 12th is our wedding anniversary, number 39. And we will be going, I'm not going to Pinwis this year. It just wasn't in my budget. It's a bigger one, and I just couldn't do it. So we're going the following weekend to the Oregon coast again, or before, not again, because we haven't gone yet, you know what I mean? And we've got an Airbnb outside of Tillamook on the beach, so it's a little further away, and just a little one, and we're going to stay there, but we're going to stop in Portland at Pinwit at Acorns and Threads and do a little shopping excursion. So I will be, if I decide I need different size fabric for this, I will get that then, and I will also kit this up, and I may grab another piece of fabric because it's just nice to have another piece of fabric on hand in case you want to start something else. I mean, you never know, right? You just never know. And it's so nice to, it's going to be the week after Pinwis. They may be depleted, but it'll be fun to look. and see what they have. It's always fun to go in and, you know, I can order something if I need to. So those are my plans for at the ocean, shopping at Acorns and Threads next month. It's actually about 4 weeks away, but it's coming soon and I'm very excited. And then I'm demonstrating cross stitch at the Spokane County Interstate Fair, September 19. So I need to get some more finishes done so I can take some finished objects and show them. I have some things I've showed you that I haven't finished. I want to get that Santa pillow done. That would be fun. I need to get my calendar cubby finished. I don't think I'll get the September piece stitched. I might, who knows, I might have a burst of desire to do that. We'll see. And get that finished, and then get ready for the beach retreat. I'm so excited about that. There at the beach retreat, it's just stitching. There's no designer, there's no project, there's nothing. It's just go there and stitch. So I'm excited. It'll be a lot of fun. And it's very small, like 100 people. So it's going to be a great time. And Cannon Beach. Oh my goodness. Let's see. I don't think there's anything else. My plans also, I'm going to get caught up with Fast Frisian. I want to be on track with that and be done on August 30, because then I could take it and finish it and demonstrate it at the Spokane Fair. And I'm going to keep working on Emaline Purnell. She gets 4 more days, so I'm going to put some more time on her. And I would like to, I don't know, I might, I need to work on 15 Friends, get some more done on that. And, oh, and I didn't tell you, we're going to Montana next weekend. And so, coworker of my husband, a previous coworker of my husband has a cabin, and he's invited us, and I'm going to stitch. So that's fun. So I'm planning what I'm taking for that. So that'll be, I'm going to take some different things to that and stitch, because I don't want to take all of my stuff, because you still want to be able to talk to people and seem, you know, that you're not just an unfriendly stitcher, right? You need to communicate and be involved. So I'm going to do that. And so those are my plans. Thanks for joining me. If you don't follow me on Instagram, I'd love to have you follow me there. If you are new, again, welcome, like and subscribe. And it's fun. There was a shout out for me on someone's YouTube, and I haven't watched it yet, and I'm so sorry, but thank you for mentioning me. I appreciate that. And if you're coming back, thank you. Any questions in the comments, or any questions you have about what I showed you, or anything you'd like to comment on, I'd love to meet you and chat with you for a bit. Thanks so much. Have a great month of stitching. I'll be back in 3 to 4 weeks. And let's see if this will turn it off. Bye.